Hey guys, Verblin295 recording live from the local county prison cell, and yeah, just to keep this going, let's move on with today's fight, which is Cybermen versus the Borg. Cybermen being from Doctor Who, and the Borg being from Star Trek. Now, this one's interesting because usually when I do like a group fight, you know, like a organization versus an organization, or something like that, it's based on, you know, there's two different ways to look at it. Like, is it one of them versus versus one of the other, or is it all of them versus all the other? In this way, we can't really do that because the Borg can't operate as the Borg individually. They are a hive mind. They work as a shared consciousness. So this would have to be a multi-person on multi-person fight because as soon as a Borg loses contact with the collective, they're no longer like part of the collective. So yeah. This would be amazing. This fight would be pretty awesome, though. For those of you who like robot laser wars. But a slight problem with that is that, like, they're so similar that you have to go really in depth to find you know, like a concrete reason why one of them would win, because it might be like good, you know, like, let's put it this way: the Cybermen, like, the Borg would have more like efficiency in battle because the Cybermen, even though they all work as a hierarchy, they all work for, like, you know. Well, it's not really a hierarchy. I mean, like, it's like there's no one in charge, so it's actually the opposite of a hierarchy. There's nobody in charge, but they all work under each other's orders. So, but, you know, so the Borg would have more efficiency, where, you know, because they are always, you know, like, not really linked, but they're all thinking the exact same thing. And the Cybermen, yeah, but the Cybermen definitely have more durability, because it, you know, Borg can be taken out with bullets, just regular bullets, like as we saw in First Contact. Picard used a Tommy gun and killed a couple of them. Whereas, you know, the easiest I've seen a Cyberman taken down with, well, except, you know, by like a Dalek or something. The least I saw that it took to take down a Cyberman was like a bazooka. So yeah, it would take a little bit for. So but, you know, I think Borg weaponry might be a little bit better than Cyberman weaponry. So yeah. So it's a little hard to, like, you have to go really, see what I mean? I just went a little bit in depth there, and it, you know, it didn't really answer anything. So to get a real answer, you'd have to really go, like, completely into it, and that's pretty hard to do with two with characters from franchises that have been around for, you know, almost for, oh wow, almost going on 60 years now. Well, for Doctor Who it's about 50. For Star Trek is a little bit older than Doctor Who, I think. Though the Borg didn't really become a main feature in Star Trek until the next gen, but we'll let that go. So, I mean, it's hard to, you know, yeah, it's hard to go really in depth on two people So, and also what depends is if there are ships involved. Now, usually in Death Battle, there's no vehicles or ships involved. I mean, you can maybe count Bucky O'Hare versus Fox McCloud, but, you know, they barely involve them, so we'll just not count that. Like, because if they were going to involve vehicles, why the hell hasn't the Batmobile showed up? So yeah, I mean, the Borg, I guess, wouldn't get the cube. It would just be all of the Borg, and then the Cybermen wouldn't get their ship or their planet or anything, so they would just show up too, so... And I don't think they would count... Yeah, they wouldn't count people like Seven of Nine or any of the other Borgs that defected from the collective, so it would just be... It would just be, like, assuming... Like, a general estimate of the numbers that the Borg have on them at all times. That's the other thing. That's pretty impossible to calculate. How many soldiers... I mean, they said the Cybermen had 5 million? Or no, not 5... I think it was 5 billion, actually. 5 billion Cybermen at their disposal. But they keep modifying people. They keep taking human brains and putting them into robot suits. So, that number's rising. Whereas the Borg, they assimilate planets at a time, so fuck knows how many they have. So, but if I had, so pretty much it's basically just whichever you feel most impressed by. That's what most people are gonna do for answers with this fight. I watched Star Trek a lot, and I thought the Borg were really, really a threat. I watched Dr.who, I thought the Cybermen were really a threat. It's gonna be, that's what's gonna usually stir people's arguments, unless you want to make this freaking mile-long list of reasons of why you think one of them is gonna, statistically beat the other. So that's why I wasn't really looking forward to this fight that much. Not because it's not good, because I love this fight, but, it's hard to break down. Because if you break it down, you have to intentionally ignore a bunch of things to keep it simple. So, yeah, I'll just cut this episode short. I'll leave this up to you guys, indecisive. If you guys can give me a bunch of, give me your opinion without completely overloading the comment section, I'd be glad to listen. Alright. I probably won't respond, though, because, as I've mentioned before, I try not to respond to argument on, my videos, because, I make my argument in the video, and especially when it's a prediction video, because those things get crazy. Like, they get 10 times the views that my other ones have, and... Like, my Godzilla Gamera video is my only video to be over 1,000 views, and my Epion Tiger Zord video has gotten, like, way too many comments. Like, I'm glad, I'm not saying too many, like, you guys can keep doing it, but I'm saying, like every day I'm getting a comment or a response, and I have posted nothing on the comment section of that video, because I don't respond. It's just everyone making their arguments. So, yeah, I'm just, if you guys are wondering, people who post something on the Epion Tiger Zord video, prediction video, I'm not going to respond to you. Not because of anything you did, it's just I don't do that. I don't respond to arguments. Like, if you say nice video, or you say, you look like a fag or something, I'll respond to that. Or, if it's not in the form of an argument, then I'll probably respond to it. But... I try not to respond to argument on my video because it's basically going to be a rehashing of something I said already. And especially on the prediction videos, because, I don't see why people... Like, I don't see the point of me responding to something and then, having either the same thing or something different being said when the video comes out. Like, I'd rather just wait for the video to come out and see which one of us was right. So... instead of arguing about it for 3 months. So, anyway, Rebel Engine 95, see you guys.